So recently we have over 180 counties to sign for the final persecution of those who were involved in kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu. 180, 50 from UK, 50 from America, I think 50 from Russia, and 30 from Africa. You see, when I told you guys that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a very powerful man, some of you undoubtedly refuse to believe. This man has sowed a lot of seed that even the federal government are in shock. They can't believe their eyes. They can't even believe what they are hearing, what they are seeing. Because Odogu carried Odogu. I mean, and Odogu carried Odogu. What's the Odogu? Buzi Odogu, Ndo Odogu. I was a Chineke. So let me don't offer that praise to man. He has sowed a lot of seed while he was chased out of Nigeria. They didn't hear from him. They didn't see him. They were vividly surprised when he suddenly emerged in Israel one certain time. But the honest truth here is that the federal government at large understands the very play that should be done. And we must put in place and put in practice our very own understanding. The side effects, the program that we ought to have. A word is enough for the wise. This is where we belong. This is where what we have become so suddenly. You must understand this fact. We must understand this energetic program. We must put everything in order, because our word of resolution must be carried in place. How do we do that? Having an Nnamdi Kanu in the picture, having IPOB in the picture, having international bodies in the picture, and everything is arranged properly. So 180 counties will be signing the final persecution of Jubril, Kenya president, and the rest of them who have been involved, Malami, Lai Mohammed, and the rest of them who have been involved in holding hostage a man who has committed no crime. Pay very, very attentively, because I'll be listing out some things as we continue to broadcast. Kedifa name. Kedifa jakoro kwa anakwe. Kedifa jemi fa name ka name. But the point I keep preaching, the point I keep teaching, if I nezi rindo haneze. Na wando wasefa genonte. And what ought to if maybe. And if the needful is not done, we may end up being at the losing side. So, Kedifa and Amazing, and they are arranging this very program the way I do not understand. 180 counties. When this document is finally signed, you will see the very knowledge, the very progress, the very prosperity that we have figured out for so long, trying to convince a certain number of people, trying to put them in that field where they must understand, trying to make them feel at home. Because eventually, everybody go feel at home last. And that is why we do the things we do. That is why we do the things we do. So if we don't make honorable movements, a lot of things will be kept aside. And what do I mean? If we don't follow these young men aggressively, if Nnamdi Kanu had not gone outside to fix things before coming back, if he had not planned things properly, this man would have won in court. And that is where victory will come. An Igbo man is smarter when it comes to knowledge. He knew that when he comes back to Nigeria, they won't be talking about extradition because he came back himself. But for the fact that he said, he and his barristers discussed and said, okay, why not go through one of the countries that we know that they can hand you over, which is Kenya, because Kenya has been reported to, hand activists to their various countries in the past. You get? And that is more importantly pursued, more importantly programmed, more importantly knowledgeable. He went through Kenya, and going through Kenya was a big deal. It was a big kick because they know that eventually, if this man should go through Kenya, the federal government will come for him. Because when they tried to take him down, that was how many years ago? He had to go. They had to inform all African countries that if they see this man from anywhere, please, they should bring him back home. But the way he managed to pass through all those countries, and before you know it, he left the country, really surprised them. Now this time around, they will be the one to escort him back like a president. He is the president of the Biafra nation, the president of the community that are smarter, wiser, programmed in knowledge. That's what they're going to do. He has started winning them. And they are ashamed. They don't want to release him because by the time they release him while in power, they will be laughed at. Oh, after your noise making, you think you can keep our leader for too long. Nnamdi Kanu is a unique man. A unique man. Stayed behind bars for years. Having gotten his freedom, he has still remained one of the biggest fish in town. So we pray that as we continue to push, there must be a positive result. And that is our greatest prayer. Almost hail Biafra, the land of the rising sun. It's a Yaga Zero Nofama.